He hates doing this with me. Welcome to Java with Jawas, the show where we drink coffee and talk about Star Wars. Today we're sipping on Cuvée out of Austin, Texas, handcrafted. We're drinking the Mezzanite Dark Roast. Listen, this is good stuff. Order it online. You will not regret it. Felipe, Mezzanote, I think. Oh. Mezzanote. Mezzanote.
I like it.
All right, we'll get a close-up shot of this for you that you can see it. Okay, maybe. All right, Felipe, what are we talking about today?
All right, so first up, man, exciting news. Principal photography has completed on Star Wars Episode 9.
That is
so
great
J.J.
news.
Abrams, in celebration of that, he posted an image on his Twitter account, and of course, because we're all nerds, we look at that photo and go, what can we figure out on Episode 9? Because we have no news, man. We have no trailer. We have no. We don't have a title. We don't have a title for it. So I figured we can spend some time looking at it and see if we can get any kind of clues on what in the world.
Yeah, so you mentioned to me about John's hair was supposed to be a lot longer.
Yeah, so he posted, you can't wait to see my hair in Episode 9 because it's going to be like long hair. Finn's going to have long hair. That's semi-long to me. I don't think that's actually long, but...
Maybe he has like longer dreads pulled back.
Maybe so. That would be awesome.
And it's being hidden.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome if all of them have like these crazy ponytails and you just can't see it.
They all have ponytails. I don't know. The thing about dreads don't grow that fast. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that he shot The Last Jedi. I don't know how he could have grown like Bob Marley dreads that fast. Unless they did extensions or something.
Yeah, I'm still banking on the fact that he has a ponytail. I like that. I like that theory. Star Wars theory number 1, Finn has a ponytail.
Secondly, we have to talk about Poe's hair because, correct me if I'm wrong, that's a mullet right there.
It looks kind of like a mullet. He's wearing a scarf, dude. He's wearing a scarf. I think that we can confirm that Poe's wearing a scarf.
Okay, yes, in better light, there is a scarf there. He's got longer hair.
There was this leaked image, dude.
Whew, that's a relief.
There was this leaked image of like kind of costume photography where they shoot production like photography to see how they look under light. And Poe is like in this complete adventure outfit. He looks totally like Indiana Jones. He's all decked out in like a scarf and like he looks like he's like ready for an adventure. So I bet that's what he's wearing right here.
Okay, other things I'm noticing. Obviously, everyone's gonna notice that there's sand.
Yep.
And so clearly this is a desert planet. Is it Tatooine? Is it Jakku? I'm leaning towards Jakku.
I'm saying Jakku. I think if anything, so the cool thing about Jakku, which would be cool if they come back to Jakku, is the original trilogy. Luke was on Tatooine, first movie, and then the last movie he comes back to Tatooine. Yeah, to see the hut. So maybe if they do the same thing, it's kind of like Rey's going back to Jakku, like.
Yeah, but that brings up the other question, which is what new planet are we going to see in this movie? There's got to be a new planet coming.
Yeah.
And will it be, a jungle planet or what?
What if we have like a crossover? We have James Cameron's Avatar meets Star Wars. So they go to what planet is Avatar on? It's like the moon of.
Gosh, I can't even.
Jupiter.
It's a moon of Endor.
Europa. I don't know.
We don't know.
No.
We have no idea.
Endor would be pretty cool if they come back to Endor.
You know what? That's true. That would be cool for them to revisit Endor.
And there's just bones of Ewoks everywhere.
There's so many planets that are in the animated series. I'm just gonna walk right past the Ewok genocide joke. It's not funny, Felipe. Ewoks died. There are so many great planets in the animated series, whether it's Clone Wars, Rebels. Now I'm watching Resistance. They've got to pull one of those into the movie, right?
Yeah.
One of those have got to come around.
Yeah.
Other things I'm noticing in this photo, I'm noticing that we're introducing shorts into the Star Wars universe. Why not? Why are there no shorts in Star Wars? Has anybody else thought about this?
I think legs are forbidden. I think it's part of the Jedi code. I think Anakin said that in Episode 3.
I mean, there's a lot of hot planets.
Shorts. They're forbidden.
I would have thought we would have saw some shorts on Naboo, maybe.
It is hot and sandy. No, that's Tatooine.
No, Naboo has got like the pleasant springtime climate. Yeah. That's the perfect shorts weather. Why would none of those people run around in shorts?
I'm not sure, Matt.
This is where this photo is.
What about what Rey's holding, man? Look at that. It looks like she's holding her staff.
Yeah, it's definitely her staff. I mean,
Why the heck is she still using her staff, man?
But why not?
Because she
maybe she has a limp.
Maybe.
She does a lot of hiking, Felipe.
Did you see those stairs she walked up on?
Dude, that was a lot of stairs.
That was a lot of
Go
stairs.
back and rewatch it and look
That's
at
a
how
lot
many
of
stairs those are.
That's
And she wasn't even out of
All right,
breath.
More stairs. Those stairs on Octo 2, or the stairs from Lord of the Rings going up to, what was that? The cave where the spider was? Those are a lot of stairs.
That was
too.
a lot of stairs. Yeah, I think I'm going to lean toward that.
I think so. If you guys
Somebody go count for us.
can count those stairs for us and come back, that would be great. Leave it in the comment section below.
What else we got going on in the Star Wars universe?
All right, so
Star
this
Wars
is
universe?
exciting, man. This is really exciting.
so-
The next thing on the list is this rumor that came out that's from like credible sources. I think StarWarsNewsNet.com. They're announcing that that the Obi-Wan Kenobi film that was going to be a film is now being produced into a TV series
With
for
Ian McGregor.
Yeah, it's Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor? Not
yeah,
Ian?
not Ian. I don't know who Ian McGregor is. That confuses me.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan?
Look, man, how is it spelt?
Ewan? I think everyone calls him Ewan McGregor.
There's no Y anywhere at the beginning of his name. Or U.
Eugene?
If you look at the letter E, where would you get the sound
How do you
U?
spell Eugene?
E-U.
Oh, there's a U in there.
G-E-N-E.
Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
Whatever. Oh man, this is tough, dude. This is really tough. So they've been working on a film, Obi-Wan film, for a while, and then when Solo came out, they completely scratched that. And Bob Iger from Disney said, you know, they're going to take a step back and really focus on other things. So we thought that we weren't going to get an Obi-Wan series at all, but it sounds like they're going to be moving it to the Disney Plus streaming.
With McGregor acting as Obi-Wan?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
that would be exciting. They have to. He was the best thing about the prequels. People will also say Palpatine was and that's hard to argue with. But between the two of them, I mean, the prequels weren't even barely digestible without them.
I feel like the prequels are his story. I feel like I mean, you see him as like, you know, a young, you know, 18, 19-year-old kid, and then you see him progressively get older, and you follow the same character through the whole trilogy. Unlike Jake Lloyd that you see, then 10 years later you see this whole new actor. I don't feel like you connect with that, but you connected with Obi-Wan Kenobi because he was young. Ewan McGregor was young, and by the time he finished it, you know, he went through the mullet stage and went through the like cool old man hair and beard. Yeah. And then he's now what 20 years, because it's been 20 years since the Phantom Menace. So he's 20 years older in real life. So I think that adds perfectly into the movie.
I love the way
about the series.
I love the way he carried that character as well. Yeah. I mean, everything from the way he chose to speak to his facial expressions. I mean, just the way he acted it was just spot on for what you'd expect from an Obi-Wan character.
Oh, yeah. Spot on. And he looks just like the actor who played Obi-Wan Kenobi from the old. So yeah, I'm excited about this, man. I think that turning it into a TV series is really cool because you can dive so deep into the character.
Yeah, it's almost like Hollywood is understanding this great new medium that they have with TV series where they can really build out these long character arcs. Yeah. We've seen it with Breaking Bad and the Walter White character and several others. I won't go into a long thing, but it's really exciting to see them putting so much more storylines from the Star Wars universe into this longer format to where we can really explore these characters more than we can in a movie trilogy.
Right. So obviously this would be on Tatooine. You would get some kind of, I think it would follow. I mean, my hope would be that it follows Obi-Wan Kenobi as he's watching over young Luke. So we might get like a little baby kid Luke, which I think would be pretty cool.
I thought you always wanted the Obi-Wan love story. I want to see the Obi-Wan love story. I think the Star Wars universe needs a romantic comedy.
I'm excited about this. I think there's a lot of opportunities here.
What else is going on?
So we also have pretty solid confirmation that Episode 9 trailer is going to be attached to the Avengers Endgame movie. So when you're watching Avengers Endgame, get there early, you'll probably see the trailer for Star Wars Episode 9. But I believe it's going to launch a little earlier than that in Star Wars Celebration.
This is going to be a teaser trailer, or is it going to be a full theatrical trailer?
I think it'll probably be a full, maybe not a full, like a long trailer, but it'll probably be a full trailer. It won't be just a teaser.
Okay. So, if I show up expecting a full theatrical trailer I get a teaser, I'm coming straight back to you with an angry tone of voice.
You can do that. Okay. I think they're going to skip the whole teaser thing. They'll probably have, you know how these trailers have teasers before the trailer? They'll probably have a teaser before the trailer.
Yeah, probably that they drop in.
Yeah, it's just it's too late. They should have had a teaser by now. But
think so.
Star Wars Celebration, I think, is about a week before Avengers Endgame comes out. So I think we'll definitely see it at Star Wars Celebration, and then a couple weeks later, when Avengers comes out, it'll be attached to that. So then the next bit of news comes into the kind of rumor mill area. So this could be rumor. It's probably true, but it probably is because a lot of shows get put into production that never see the light of day. But the article stated that Disney Plus service, the streaming service, that there are a whole bunch of Star Wars, a handful of Star Wars shows that are being thought and are currently in development. And I'm going to list off the.
Can we just pause though? Will this Disney streaming service ever come about? It's supposed to hit this year, and we've heard nothing.
I think we heard tons of stuff. It's hitting this fall. We're gonna get a Loki series.
Well, I know we keep hearing about stuff that's gonna be on it, but it seems like Disney doesn't have their act together as far as actually putting a streaming service out there for us.
Dude, they bought Fox for this.
It took them a long time to do that. I don't.
If a company spends
I'm saying
$10
like
billion
Netflix has had a streaming service since like back when Blockbuster existed. And Disney has been like struggling to get this thing put together.
See, I think
what's the delay?
Think struggling is the wrong word. They are strategically putting it together.
Okay.
And the acquisition of acquiring Fox has given them rights to so many movies they can post on their streaming service. They
So since Netflix invented streaming media, we've had Hulu, we've had Amazon Prime.
Right.
Now Google's doing a streaming service. Apple is right on the cusp.
Right.
Disney is the world leader in entertainment. Well, I just don't think they should be taking this long.
All right, so if they're starting a streaming service, okay, so some other streaming services that have launched quickly without a lot of content is this whole DC Universe thing. DC has launched their own streaming service, DC, and then what do they have? A handful of movies, and that's it. I think Disney is working on acquiring a lot of properties. They're working on, for I think a majority of people, if you say I'm launching a Disney streaming service, and with that we have a TV series of Star Wars that you've never seen before. It's going to be this new content, and it's going to be high production value called The Mandalorian. I mean, I think probably 80% of the people who are going to get the streaming service are going to get it for that. If you just launch a streaming service and you say, okay, we have Disney, TV shows, we have, Beauty and the Beast. I mean, people are like, I've seen all those. What's new about that? I think that they're smart. I think they're gonna overtake Netflix
and Hulu and Amazon Prime, when they first started, had none of their own original content at all.
Right, yeah, they had just the rights of other stuff. But if
that had already aired previously.
If Disney just goes...
So they built a whole business model on stuff that already existed and people going to watch it. And I think Disney could have done the same. They have enough, they own enough material as is that they could have already launched their streaming service with material they already own. We could have it already. And I don't understand why.
I think they're genius in the way they're preparing for it.
Okay, all right, sorry to stop down.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to get a lot of original TV shows, and I think that's where it is. I think that the interest of Netflix viewers and Hulu viewers of just watching content that's been done in the past, I think that's so slowly fading away. I think people want new content. People want to watch it at home, and I think that Disney understands that, and they're wanting to create their own content and their own original series. So I don't know if these will ever come into production, but here are some of the names of the shows, and I want your take on what you think.
All right.
Spin-offs. Spin-off number 1, a young Princess Leia story. Knights of Ren. I'm going to keep going. We'll go back.
All right.
Captain Phasma. Rose Tico. And Darth Bane.
So we're talking about each of these people potentially having their own spin-off. Sort of the way Matt LeBlanc, when he left Friends, spun off his own thing.
Wow. That is a deep dive into Friends, and that show was horrible.
That's why I referenced
that show
it.
Was so
I didn't want to reference Frasier because it was wildly successful. Spin-off from Cheers.
But did you remember that Frasier spin-off of just the dog?
No.
It didn't never happen. But that would be a great spin-off, wouldn't it? Yeah. You just follow Frasier's dog.
Everyone loved that dog,
There's
man.
just like sound bubbles, and it's like, I'm Frasier's dog. I think they went through 2 dogs in that show. I remember when the first dog passed away.
That's sad.
That is sad. All right, moving on.
Okay,
right, so-
Princess Leia, young Princess
Princess
Leia, I'm totally in on. I'm totally in on it
You said
because
you weren't.
I was kidding. I was kidding. If they're gonna make it like Leia and all of her boy stories, but that's not who Leia was.
No,
Leia
no.
was a rebel fighter. I mean, she was starting a rebellion against an empire.
So she's balancing being
and we never got to see
yeah.
that part of her character, and I want to see
Right.
it. Yeah,
I think going young, going like
I want to see Alderaan.
a 13, 14-year-old Leia. So you have this, like, I think it'd be a great series. I think you cast Millie Bobby Brown as Princess Leia.
Who?
Stranger Things 11.
Gotcha.
I gotta explain these people because he didn't know actors' names. All right, so so 11. You cast 11.
But she'll have hair now.
You cast 11. Just wipe her nose. Don't let her bleed. She has
Give her
hair.
some buns, all right?
Yeah, I think that you have a 13-year-old, 14-year-old girl who struggles with. First off, she's adopted. She wonders who her real parents are. Second, she is a princess, right? So she's struggling with being a princess. Third, she's also starting the Rebel Alliance, secretly, like all this stuff.
I
think
like
should be
that. I
very
don't like the
complex.
struggling with being a princess because it starts to sound like Sophia the First.
What?
Like it's a kid's show. You don't know Sophia the First.
No, I don't
you don't
have-
have a daughter,
no,
so
I
there
don't
you
know.
have it.
No.
But I love the other two things.
Why just because you make her a princess does it make it into? She was a princess in all of the whole movies.
She's a Skywalker. I don't see her struggling with being a princess. I just don't see her
Okay, so
struggling.
she's
with
this tough girl.
that. Yeah.
And she's having to fit the role of being this proper girl. I mean, I think the character of Leia in A New Hope battles with that. She's supposed to be this prim and proper princess, but she's also rugged and rough and a tough girl. Like you get that.
I see her as all that, but I don't see her struggling with all that. She simply is, and everyone else has to accept it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I love that. I love the young Princess Leia, and I'll just come back to something I mentioned that maybe you'll be interested in, and that's Alderaan. The planet
totally.
Alderaan got blown up in A New Hope. We never saw it in the prequels, which to me was one of the big missing things about the prequels, that they never showed Alderaan.
Right.
And so when you look at the whole saga of 9 movies, there was this huge epic moment where a major planet got completely destroyed, and it's this massive emotional, like, crushing moment. And yet, as viewers, we never became tied to that planet.
No.
We never saw it before. We didn't know anybody who lived there. We didn't know what the landscape looked
Leia,
like.
who lost her whole family and everybody.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, okay,
And
moving on.
I felt like that was a major miss that we should have seen somewhere in the prequels. Now, in Clone Wars, they did visit Alderaan.
Okay.
And you get to at least see what it looks like, but they don't have a lot of storyline there. It seemed like a planet, from what I could tell, that has multiple regions, sort of like Earth.
Okay.
But it looked beautiful in Clone Wars. It looked mountainous and gorgeous, and I want to see more of that planet. So if for that reason alone, to have a spin-off set on Alderaan, I'm totally in on Princess Leia.
I dig that. You can also bring Jimmy, what's his name, Jimmy Smith, Bail Organa. The actor who played Bail Organa, because then you can. Was it in I believe it was in Rogue One. I think Bail Organa says, "I have a friend down there on Tatooine," and he's talking about Obi-Wan. So maybe there's some crossover you can do with the Obi-Wan series.
I think Bail Organa is another character that's been underexplored. I think we need more of him. I like him.
Yeah, the actor who played him in episode 2 and 3 is awesome actor.
Yeah.
Okay, so Princess Leia, we're on board. I'm on board with that.
I'm in on that one.
Next one, and this is I think that I would be up for it if there was some more of them. But Knights of Ren. If we see
I'm out of that.
If we see them in episode 9 and they're like amazing and crazy and like exciting, and there's some backstory in episode 9 of them that would make us want more story out of them, I could see that.
I'm out on a spin-off, a TV show of Knights of Ren, and here's why. It's not because I don't want to see more of them. It's because I'd rather see them in a video game format.
That'd be cool.
I think that would be really cool, and I'd rather prefer that than a TV show that's cheesy action.
All right, so the other spinoff that they mentioned is Captain Phasma. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't really care about Captain Phasma. And you know what? They're building up her character in Star Wars Resistance, and I feel like Star Wars Resistance is going to continue for several seasons. It's a really good show, and I think her character will get plenty of play there. I don't think she needs her own spinoff.
Yeah, and I don't put that on, I put that on the directors and the writers of episode 7 and 8. And because they had a character just a lot like Boba Fett. They had a character that had, a really cool look, and it could have had a really cool backstory, and they just never did anything with her.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't really blame them. It's just it's unfortunate the timing of everything, because it's like You got introduced to a character, and then you got shown how the character dies. But all of the in between,
Twice.
which actually makes you care about a character, we didn't get that. Now,
Yeah.
5 years from now, I think after Star Wars Resistance has run its course, we'll feel a lot differently about Captain Phasma.
All right, so the last one, oh no, last two. So Rose, I think we can probably cover this one real quick. Rose Tico.
No.
No, I think any show will work if it's a good story. So maybe they have a good story there, but I'll pass on that one.
That's true.
This is the last one. I don't know much about this, and as a Star Wars fan, I probably should. But Darth Bane. You know anything about Darth Bane?
Who's Darth Bane?
Darth Bane is from the expanded universe. He's this really gnarly, rad Sith Lord. I don't know too much about his backstory because I never read
Look,
that stuff.
I'm going to look like an idiot here because I've never heard of Darth Bane before. I did see the picture you just showed me whenever we cut off screen.
You're telling that.
I will say this though. Okay, do we want a Darth Bane show? I think we're running a little bit short on evil Sith Lords, and we need another one.
Yep.
We need another one. Okay, we had the Emperor, and that was great, but he's kind of gone now. We had Darth Maul, and we've seen a lot of Darth Maul. I don't know if you could call him a Sith Lord, but he's pretty awesome. But we've seen a lot of him. We had Snoke, and everyone is so keen on getting more of Snoke, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get it. I mean, it just is what it is. So we need a really awesome evil Darth Lord type guy.
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, Kylo Ren ain't it.
Yeah. Well, this would be actually probably Knights of the Old Republic type. show.
Yeah. I'm
It
just
wouldn't be
saying, in
modern.
general, we don't have enough evil dudes.
Right.
And we've got a lot of heroes. We don't have enough evil dudes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Darth Bane, whoever that is.
I hear
it.
his story is pretty good. So I think people when people started talking about Darth Bane, a lot of people got excited.
Could we see something like, Tony Soprano was the bad guy,
Yeah.
but they tell the story so that you root for the bad guy?
Yeah. That's what I think this would
that'd
be.
be kinda cool.
Like the anti-hero type, the
Yes.
Venom type.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Totally. Even Breaking Bad's kind of that same way. Walter,
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
You connect with the bad guy.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us for another episode of Java with Jawas. What do we got next time? Do you know?
Whatever the news brings us.
Whatever
I
the
have no
news
idea.
brings us. We got some cool
idea.
conversations coming up. We want to talk about the balance of the Force. Obviously, that was a rumored title. I think it's still floating out there. Maybe we'll talk about that. No? Felipe says no. Guys, make sure to subscribe and like, and definitely get in on these comments. Let us know what you think. We want to know what you think. We want to maybe change our mind about something if you have a good point. So definitely jump into the comments, and we'll see you next time.